Very good afternoon to all. Thank you for registering for the knowledge session on the latest TallyPrime 6.0. So last month we had our product launch. I'm sure most of you are already using it, but we wanted to take a detailed session on the features so that any queries you have, you can put in the Q&A and we'll make sure to answer. So our newest release, TallyPrime 6.0, offers the advanced banking features. It enables in the easy bank reconciliation, automation of voucher creation, and even connected banking with two banks, that is Axis and Kotak. Along with that, we also support the new HSN mandate by GSTN, that is requiring the B2B, B2C summary separately for the filing of GSTR 1 and 1A. And when we will make sure that you can see how we can do it in TallyPrime 6.0 and how you can directly file the GSTR 1 from the TallyPrime itself without going to the portal. We have an expert from Tally itself. Please welcome Deepak Tiwari. He'll be taking us along the new features. Deepak is an expert and have been taking a lot of sessions. Please do put in your queries in Q&A so that we can make sure to keep a track and answer them all. So we'll take the questions at the end so that there is no breaking of the flow and everybody can have an optimum experience. So thank you so much, everyone. Over to you, Deepak.
Hi, thank you, Tanu. Mr. Jairam is reporting that there's some sound disturbance. So I just wanted to confirm, am I audible properly?
Your voice is okay. Was mine okay?
Yeah. For me, it was fine.
Yeah. Mr. Jairam, maybe try using earphones so that it will be a good experience for you. Thank you, Mr. Vikram, for confirming. Yeah. So, Deepak, I think we can proceed.
Yeah. So I'm just sharing my screen. Let me know if it is visible to everyone.
Yes, the Tally screen is visible.
Yes, Tally screen. Okay. So as the context setting has already been done by Komal, so I'll not spend time on that. So I'll directly jump on the product. So first thing which we are going to experience in release 6.0 is definitely the key feature. It is about the bank reconciliation. So we have enhanced the experience of bank reconciliation to the level where you can actually feel that your work is getting done very easily. I know you all might be doing your bank reconciliation with different approaches. A few would be doing it through auto BRS option in Tally before release 6.0. Few would be doing Excel import given in Tally. Okay, so there are different approaches. We found multiple approaches in the market. But in 6.0, we try to give you a common experience where everybody can, get the optimal experience while performing the bank reconciliation by spending minimalistic effort and time as well. So let's see how this is going to be, going to happen in release 6.0 and how you can do that with your set of data and set of clients. So first, I'm going to show you the new menu which we have introduced called banking, and under banking we have called banking activity. So before this, we used to have a menu called bank reconciliation. Okay. But now we have a very summarized view of bank reconciliation as well as e-payments for all banks at a single screen. Okay, so as you can see, I have 4 banks configured in my data: Axis, SDFC, Kotak, and SBI. And this 2 columns are for e-payments, which we'll talk later. Currently, we are going to experience this bank reconciliation thing. So as you can see, SDFC, I have some transaction. Kotak, SBI, and Axis, I do not have transaction. This is dummy data just for the demonstration purpose. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to import my bank statement. So I'll first click on import, and here we have option called bank statement. I'll select the bank, select the location where actually I'm placing my bank statement. And here's a list of all the bank statement. Okay, so I'll select the Kotak. And yes. So as you can see, it will start importing the bank statement. So basis the number of transaction, the time can vary. So as you can see, I have 52 transactions, 52 entries in my bank statement, and everything is being displayed here. Serial number, date, particular instrument number, withdraw, deposit, and balances. Now simply what I need to do, I need to click on the import button. You can see all 52 entries got imported successfully. You can, if you want to see those transactions, you can simply click on bank reconciliation summary. And here you will get the split. Like total reconciliation, unreconciled transactions are 52, out of which 29 are kind of deposits and 23 are the withdrawals. Okay. So if I want to have the complete view, I can drill down from here. Okay. So all 52 transactions are visible to me. As you can see, this blue font is very much known to everyone who is using, Tally, latest Tally version. So this blue font usually denotes the external data. So if you have done the connected GST thing, if you have imported your GSTR2B in Tally, so in that case, what you see the external data like GSTN data, portal data in blue font. So here also this particular blue font is denoting it is an external data, and as we all know, it is a bank statement. So bank statement is anyway an external data. So now here we have a traditional approach like we usually do in the previous releases. When we reconcile a transaction, what we do, we select a bank transaction, and I'm assuming there is no book transaction. Okay, so there is only bank transaction, and I'm going to do the transaction through my bank statement. I haven't posted anything in my Kotak bank. I imported my bank statement, and through that only I want to make the transactions. Okay, we'll see the other scenario where I have few transactions in my bank and few transactions in my book, and we'll reconcile it. Okay, so now here I have 52 transaction, and 52 transaction. What is my traditional approach? My traditional approach is I'll select one transaction, I'll press Alt J, I'll create one voucher, and that's it. Okay, and again I'll pick another bank transaction, I'll press Alt J to create voucher, and so on. So इस तरीके से whatever transaction I have, whatever number of transaction we have, let's say I have 50 transactions, 52 times I have to repeat this process. Okay. So let's see how this is getting handled in 6.0. So here we have given a button called apply filter, and that is a common button. You can see this button across reports. Okay, so you can simply click on this apply filter. Now we have given an option to filter the bank records basis the keywords. Okay, so let's say I have a common keyword called UPI. Okay, so the moment I entered UPI here, press enter, you can see all the transaction where UPI is coming in the narration or in the bank remark. Okay, now I know all these transactions are my counter sale. Okay, all my sales are the counter sales, and I need to record it as a sales, cash sale basically. Okay, so what I can do, I can simply select all the transactions. Okay, I can simply select all the transaction. Here we have given a button called create voucher or multi voucher. I'll click on this, and now you get the option to give the ledger name. So what I can do, I can simply select cash sale here, and again cash sale here. This is the one way, but definitely it's a effort taking and time taking process. What you can do, you can simply come on this common ledger option. Under common ledger, you can select cash sales, and that's it. Okay, as you can see, with all the bank transaction, we have associated this cash sale. And now I'm just going to save this. The moment I click on accept yes, first it will go into the optional voucher method. Okay, because we might have some modifications to be done. Okay, so let's say I want to modify something in first transaction. I have some modification to do in the second transaction. So what you can do, you can simply drill down from here. You can do the modification, and you can simply press Ctrl A, and again you are here. The moment you click on mark as regular and reconcile, then only this transaction will be reconciled and voucher number will be assigned to them. Okay, so let's say if I do not reconcile it here, okay, let's assume I press escape from here. So what happens? You get a information pop-up stating that optional vouchers are created linked to the relevant entries in the bank statement. To view those vouchers, you can simply click on go to and type optional voucher bank data. So if I escape from here, so nothing wrong had happened to my bank statement. Even if you go to the bank's reconciliation, still 52 transactions are unreconciled because I have not marked those transactions as unreconciled. Okay, though they are mapped, but still not regularized or marked as reconciled. So how can I see those transactions and reconcile at a later stage? You can click on go to, you can type optional voucher. As you can see, optional voucher bank data is there. You can see all those transactions are coming here. You can simply press Control space to select all. If you want to do any modification, you can do that, as I already told you, and click on mark as regular and reconciled. Yes. So all those transactions, all out of 52, I think 16 transactions were there. So out of 52, 62 transactions, 16 transactions got reconciled. Now I am left with 36 transactions only. Okay. So this is one way where we can, do the transaction in bulk. Okay. Another way is by posting a consolidated voucher. Let's say we have a bank charges. So we have multiple bank charges deduction in the statement, but we get bank charges invoice at the end of the month. There's a single consolidated invoice for the all bank charges that we receive from the bank. So what I did, I again clicked on apply filter. I type CHRGS because I know this is the keyword through which I can filter all the bank charges. Let's say I'm selecting the bank charges transaction. Okay, so let's say these are the, okay, this one is also charges. So these are the charges. I selected it. Now I have two method to handle this situation. First, what I can do, I can create different voucher for all different charges. Or what I can do a consolidate voucher posting for all transactions. There would be one transaction with rupees 969. As you can see, the total value is showing here, 969. And we can post it as an invoice also. That will be reflected in your 3B and 2B for the reconciliation and ITC purpose. Okay. So what you can do, you can simply click here. You can see this small arrow. And here we have another option called create voucher consolidate. So the moment I click on it, it gives me a voucher. Okay. And if I come to the calculation 969, the base value comes to, because 18%, we all know that services are taxed at 18%. So bank charges definitely will have 18% tax. So 821.18. So what I'll do, I'll put the service invoice number, what I received from the bank. Then I'll put the bank charges and the base value is 821.18. And then I'll put the CGST, which is 73.91, and SGST with the same amount, 73.91. That's it. If you want to fill the GST detail, so as I've already filled the GST number and everything in the Kotak Bank ledger, and I can save this. That's it. So all my bank charges transaction has also got reconciled. Now you can see only 24 transactions are left. If you want to see the reconciled voucher, you can click on view reconciled, and here you can see. And under bank charges, you can see all these blue transactions, which was reconciled with a single consolidated vouchers, are marked here. So you need not to search and spend time in future if you want to see how many vouchers were consolidated in a single voucher. So that information you can see from inside voucher as well. So if you drill down from here and you come to the bank record, let's say, here you see bank instrument number showing is multiple, status reconciled by linking, and bank date is also multiple because there were multiple bank transaction with the multiple dates. If you want to see all those transactions, all those bank transactions, you can simply click on view recon info and all bank transaction will be displayed here. So there is no need to spend time on figuring out how this consolidated voucher was created, how many bank transaction was included in this consolidated voucher. So in future, the linking is there. So you need not to spend time and effort on this. Okay. So there was one approach that we opted, that by mapping individual ledger for individual transaction. The another one was creating a consolidated voucher for different bank transaction basis on the nature of transaction. Okay. Now, after all this, we have few transaction where there is no common keyword. We can't, go with the previous two approaches which we had for two different use cases. So what I can do, I can simply select all. Okay, let's say I clicked on select all and I click on create voucher. And now here I can type the ledger name, which is already there in my data. And every time when I start typing the keyword, it will show me the list of ledgers matching that particular keyword. And I can select the ledger then and there. Okay, so let's say if I want to reconcile this Square retailers, I can do that. Bhumi. So I'm just doing this just to show you that how easily you can reconcile the transaction just by reading the narrations. So you need not to make first transaction with the suspense account, and then with again you need to open the transaction to get it corrected. So nothing, no multiple effort, no deduplication of work. You need to simply select the transaction and you can simply start typing your ledger, whatever ledger is supposed to be mapped with that particular transaction, and that's it. So as you can see, I am doing it just to complete the reconciliation. So this is monthly charges. So I am typing as tax payment, and that's it. Okay. So I'm just pressing yes. And again, as I told you, the process is first it will be reflected as a optional voucher until you click on mark as regular and reconcile. So that's it. As you can see, I reconciled all 52 transactions within few minutes with 100% accuracy. Okay, so whatever pattern we are doing right now, let's say first import the bank statement, then press Alt J for each transaction, select the ledger, save the voucher. And if not this, then definitely the other way would be importing the bank statement with a suspense account and then opening the transaction, one single transaction, and changing it to the relevant ledger. So that all things is no more needed. Okay, you can simply open your bank statement. You can import it in Tally. The moment you import, you can see the transaction. You can basis your requirement. You can click on create voucher, create consolidate voucher. You can apply filter to get the similar nature of transactions, and you can do the reconciliation much faster and efficient manner. So this was the one scenario where I had no transaction in books for that particular bank account. I did everything through my bank statement. Okay. Now we come to the second point, where we have some transaction. We have a few transaction in book and we have a few transaction in my bank statement. I want to reconcile the transactions, and definitely it will get automatically reconciled. And for the remaining, we'll see what different things we have provided to make the reconciliation faster. So for that, I'll import my HDFC bank statement. So as you can see, let me show you the current status. So currently I have 35 transactions in the HDFC bank, which is available in the bucket of available only in books. There is no transaction available in the bank. So what we can do, we can simply import the transaction bank statement. So this is the HDFC bank statement. Okay, so these are the transaction. I am simply total 23 transactions are there. I am simply importing it. And the moment I import it, it is showing me that exact match was 13 and new entries imported successfully is 23. Now, there is one more interesting thing. What happens when you, let's say if you forgot that you have already reconciled the bank statement and you again re-import the same bank statement. Although Tally changes the name of that particular file if you have already imported that. But let's say you again downloaded the statement. Let's say till now I have imported the transaction from 1st May to 8th of May. Okay. After 5 days or after 10 days, I again downloaded my statement from 1st of May to 20 or 18th of May. So what will happen when you import the transaction in Tally? Tally will automatically recognize that this much transaction has already been imported in the Tally. Okay. So next time when you will import the statement, it will take only the incremental transaction, means the transaction which got posted, which got recorded in your bank after 8th of May. So there will not be any duplication in your bank statement data or tally data. So what I click on bank reconciliation. As you can see, here I have total 35 transactions were available in books. Now 23 transactions got imported in my bank statement. And out of this, we saw that 13 transactions were reconciled. Okay, so what happened to those 13 transactions? Why still it is showing as 58? According to the if we consider the number of reconciled voucher, my transaction would have been with the lesser numbers. Okay, but now if you see out of the 35, it is still 35. Now 23 got added to my data. So what happened when this is default setting, where if you are importing a bank transaction and it is getting reconciled with your book transaction, that at a first instance, we don't reconcile it. We show you that transaction as an exact match. If you see, the exact match count is 13. It is equivalent to the exact match count which we saw after import preview. Okay, so at the first instance, we show you that these are the 13 transactions which are the exact match. There is no anomaly in the bank and book transaction. These are 100% match. Okay, and you should go with it. So there's a setting where you can disable this thing. If you want that, if there is an exact match, it should be automatically reconciled. Okay, so how you can do that? Let's say I did it for HDFC Bank. So let me show you that first. Alter Master, Ledger, HDFC. And here we have set and alter bank configuration. Set and auto with configuration, reconciliation configuration. And here if you see, we have an option called automatically reconcile exact matches found. So till now it is set as no. It means if there is an exact match, it will not be reconciled. Tally will tell you that these are the exact matches unless you reconcile it manually. Manual in the sense you have to just press a button called reconcile. That's it. If you want that everything, from exact match to reconcile, everything should happen automatically, you can turn it as yes. And whenever you import a bank statement and if there is an exact match, it will be marked as reconciled automatically. There is no manual intervention needed. Okay, so from this screen you can automate that step. So what I can do, I can select all these 13 transactions and simply click on reconcile button, because Tally has already made the mapping of bank and book transaction. So I need to simply click on reconcile. That's it. So all my 13 transactions got reconciled. If you see the counter here, it's came down to 32. Okay, which was earlier 58 or something. Okay, now if you see, we have few transactions left in available only in book bucket, and another one is available only in bank bucket. Okay. So there might be a condition, there might be a situation where I have recorded the voucher, but I forgot to add the instrument number. Okay, that's why it didn't got flagged in the exact match criteria. Or I recorded the instrument number, I recorded the voucher, but there was a difference in amount. Let's say few paisa or something. Let's say you recorded a payment voucher or receipt voucher from your debtor of 5,091 rupees, 5,091 paisa basically. Payment made by customer was 5,000 rupees only. So that 91 was a difference. And due to that, Tally did not match that because there was a difference in amount. Okay, the second scenario can be you are booking a travel ticket for your corporate expenses, and you only booked your base fare as an expense. You forgot to add the tax amount. So when the final ticket came to you, whatever amount you booked was, let's say 12,000, but when you received your final ticket, it was 12,600. So the difference of 600, because there was a difference of the tax amount. Okay, So these are the differences which can be which can be the reason that your transaction are there in your book and in bank statement, but still not getting reconciled and still not getting tracked under exact match criteria. Okay, so for that, what we have done, we have given you an option called potential matches. Okay, so let's say if you click on potential matches, so it will basis the algorithm, it will help you in finding the suggestive matches. Okay, so once you click on potential match, it gives you that this particular transaction can be reconciled with these transactions. Okay, so there is one potential match configuration. So let me reset this first. So I'm just removing this and this as well. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. So the moment I clicked on potential match, and you can see out of those 32 transactions, it is telling me some suggestions. Let's say this is the traveling expenses of 1,950. And there is one bank transaction of rupees 3,950, but still it is showing as a potential match. Why? Because the instrument number is matching. So either because definitely we have to consider bank statement as a source document, and if there is any modification to be done, that is done in my book data. We can't do any modification in a bank statement. So because the instrument numbers are same and amounts are different, then definitely there's a problem in my book. Again, if you can see this 987678, this is again is the same instrument number. But the problem is, if you see the consolidated figure of this 2000 and 1950 is equal to 3950, it means if we reconcile these two transactions, then definitely the amount will be reconciled with the bank transaction. Okay, and in other manner, if you want to see this, so let me select this transaction of 987678. Okay, so let's say if I click on this bank transaction and I want to see the matches of it. Okay, so there is another way to select the transaction and click on reconcile. That's it. Tally will automatically tell you what are the potential matches. So if you see, it is 3,950, and because the instrument numbers are same, but it got splitted in two amounts in your books basically. So here you can see one amount is 1950 and there is 2000. You can select both and you can click on add. As you click on add, you can see there is no difference, and you can click on reconcile. So if you are not able to find the match, Tally will tell you. So this is called find and match. This is called find and match. So you have to click on the transaction, click on reconcile. Tally will help you in finding your potential match if it is there. If it is not there, definitely it will not tell you. Another approach is select and match. Select and match means, let's assume I have these two transactions, 35,000, 1,000, and I know this is gonna reconcile with this 36,000 rupees bank transaction. So it is 2:1, or let's say there are more than one transaction which are supposed to be reconciled with one bank transaction, or vice versa. There are multiple bank transactions which are supposed to be reconciled with single book transaction. So in that case, what you can do, you can simply select all the transaction. Let's say I selected two bank transaction, two book transaction, and one bank transaction. I know that these amounts are, is matching, and the instrument numbers are also matching. What I can do, I can simply click on reconcile, and that's it. So in release prior to 6.0, this multiple matching was not possible. If you want to reconcile a single bank transaction with multiple book transaction, or vice versa, single bank transaction with multiple book, single book transaction with a multiple bank transaction, it's not possible. Okay. So what I did, I simply did find and match and select and match. Now I click on potential matches. As you can see, I received all these matches as a potential match. If you find that these matches, whatever suggestions are being given by Tally is okay to you, you can simply click on the transaction and click on reconcile. That's it. It will be reconciled. So Tally is again helping you in finding the matches. As you can see, here we have same instrument number, there's a difference in amount. Okay, so it might be there might be multiple reasons. Two of that I already quoted you earlier, like you forgot to record the tax amount, you forgot the round off and other things. Due to that, you are facing the problem. So if such situations are there, you will be able to see, because it is, again, it is not the exact match. The terminology is potential matches. So if you don't want to see the potential matches, you can click, you can again come back and you can see both the values are showing separately. If you want to do it manually, you can again anyway go with the manual transaction, manual reconciliation. If you want to expand the criteria, so let's say if you want to expand the criteria, like if you want to see the differences, let's say there's a difference of 5 rupees, 10 rupees, and you think that I should expand my criteria, I should check it within 50 rupees differences, that I want to have the potential matches where 50 rupees difference is there. Okay, so what you can do, you can simply click on ignore differences in amount for potential matches. You can select greater or less than depending upon your condition, and you can give the amount. Let's say I gave you 50. So now the matches, the potential matches got increased because 50 rupees differences are now, the potential matches are coming according to 50 rupees difference. If you see the 9 April, there's a difference of 50 rupees only. And if you see the dates are same, instrument numbers are not matching, but basis the amount. That's why the category is amount matches. Okay, so with the potential match, we can at least have an idea that these are the suggestive matches. Whether should I go with this match or not, whether user should go with these mapping or not, that decision resides with user. But we are giving you a helping tool where you can utilize it to expedite the process of bank reconciliation. Similarly, if you want to expand the criteria for the days, let's say I did one transaction and there might be a situation that transaction did not take place in bank on the same day. The classic case of checks, and there might be some other online transactions as well, where you recorded the transaction in your book on 14th of April, but actually this transaction took place on 17th, or even let's say next month. So what you can do, you can expand the criteria in days also. So first we expanded the criteria in terms of amount. Now we have the criteria expansion for days as well. So how do you find your potential matches? Do you want to find your potential matches within? So when we put it as 0 days, it means same day. If you see all the matches which are coming here, it is of same day, 2nd of October, 11th of October, 12th of 13th of October, 11th of October. That's it. If you want to see the matches within 15 days, 13 days, or 1 month, 2 months, you need to put the date according to your need. Let's say I want to put it as 30 days. So I want to see the matches in 30 days. Now you can see within 30 days, these are the matches. Okay. So as you can see, we have given you an option. That is up to you how you want to expand your search criteria, or you want to, short down, or you want to restrict your search criteria or mapping criteria up to some limitation. If you don't want the potential matches should come for 30 days, you want for 1 day, 2 days, you can do that. If you want the different amount differentiation should be up to 1 rupees, 2 rupees, you can do that. I have kept it as 50 rupees because I know there might be some situation where I might have wrongly put an amount, or there would be a difference in amount in the bank statement or book. So that is up to you. The decision resides with you. What we can do, we can only give you a tool which can help you in doing the task doing the reconciliation faster. One condition in this potential matches, which I would like to show you. So let's say put it as 0 days. Now let's assume I have this transaction, Logitech, and I know this is again because narration is also having Logitech, dates are same, instrument numbers are matching, and amount is also, there's a difference of 50 rupees. I know this is the clear-cut case where I should go with reconciliation. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll simply select this transaction and I'll click on reconcile. But what happens when you do a reconciliation where there is an amount difference? What happens? Tally categorize such reconciliation as partially reconciled. It will not go and directly start hitting your books of account. Tally will tell you that you marked it as reconciled. Okay, I accept your command, but still there's a difference of 50 rupees. Okay, and for that you have to first reconcile it, because we can't do any change in bank statement. We have to have the correction in the books. So what I'll do, as I know there's a 3,150 rupees, I can simply go and change it 3,150. And that's it. The moment I'll select this, the partially reconciliation bucket is gone. So at every place we have given you the checks and balances. Nothing wrong will happen. Even if you reconcile with the difference in the amount, Tally will track that particular transaction as a partially reconciled, and you can accordingly, take the actions to correct that. So these are the two approaches how you can, have the reconciliation in place. And I hope the way you are doing it till now, definitely you might have find it much easier, and this would be much time saver for you. This particular thing where you can do the transaction in bulk, where you can map single transaction with multiple book or bank transaction. You have potential matches in place, which will further help you where everything was supposed to be done by you. There also we are helping you. Like we have introduced potential matches in reconciliation, GST reconciliation. Here also we have given you option. I don't know how many of you identified or not. We have given two configuration here. If you want to ignore the zero suffix, zero as a prefix or a special character, that also you can enable. So let's say there was check number of 0001234 and you put only 1234. Rest everything is matching. So Tally will ignore 000 if that you did not put while doing the data entry. Okay, so such kind of options we have given. Now the responsibility is on the user, how they use it, how efficiently they use it. That is up to the user. Okay, so these two were from the reconciliation side. Now we move to our third highlight of release 6, which is bulk payment. So we all might be doing, payments to the vendor, or other payments where we need to, where we are required to initiate the multiple payments in a day, or we can say the bulk payment in a day. So for that, what we do currently, we usually log into the bank portal if we have the maker checker in place. Accordingly, if you are logging through maker rights, definitely you will be able to place the payment on portal until unless it is approved by the checker. If you have the checker rights, definitely you can create the payment instruction and you can get it approved, and the payment is can be processed by the bank, because you have done all these activity with checkers, right? But this take times. Every time you have to, you can't have everyone's as a beneficiary in your bank account. So every time when you do the payment, you have to first type their bank account IFS code, and different other information like amount and everything. But what happens every time when we do this, we have a fear that are we not, am I not making any error? Is everything, every digits are on place, whether it is amount, where this is bank account, there's a IFS code and everything is in place or not. So all these, what I would say that it keep running in our mind when we do any online payment. Okay, because every time we have to, when we want to make the payment, we have to do the we have to fill all these details until unless we have the beneficiary. And I know that we can't have each and every vendor as a beneficiary in our bank record. Okay, so we have to put some payment record manually. But the solution of this problem is in Tally itself. How we can do that? In Tally, when you prepare a vendor ledger, okay, you have a field where you can enter all the bank records of that particular vendor, as account number, mode preferences, whether it should be IMPS, NEFT or RTGS, okay? Or it should be what is the IFS code, what is the branch code if it is required, okay? So all these things can be, recorded in vendor's ledger, okay? And it is a one-time activity. If you have verified it once, then nothing is going to be changed. It will remain there unless you modify it or someone else go and modify it. Okay, so there is no need to check bank account every time when you do the payment. So let's assume I made some ledgers for my vendor. I put all the details, bank related detail in that particular vendor's ledger. Now I have made some payments. I have recorded the payments in Tally. How will I send those payment instruction to my bank to get the payment approved and processed? Okay, so let's see how this can be done. So under exchange, we have given an option called send payments. You can simply click on exchange and send payments. And here you can see I have 4 banks, but out of which only SDFC has the online bank payment transactions. So under SDFC, you can see that's my bank account. And currently I have 6 transactions where which total amount is 2,95,200. Once you drill down from here, you can see all these transactions are coming here. If you want to see this from a different report, so you can drill down from banking activity, and here you have e-payment column. Under e-payment, you can see in front of SDFC, we have 6 transactions pending for sending to bank and 5 transactions sent to bank, but currently it is unreconciled. If you drill down from here, you can see all 6 transactions here. Okay, the same transactions are coming here also. So you need not to, if you don't want to drill down from this banking activity, you can simply go to exchange, and here you can click on send payment, and that's it. Now here you can either process, you can generate payment instruction file for all transaction, and if you want, but if you want to have a selected transaction, so you can simply select 1, 2, or 3, whatever transaction you are selecting, you can see the total of those transactions. Okay, so this is the 2,95,200, and this 37,000 of the selected transaction. Okay. Okay, so let's say I want to do the payment, bulk payment for these 3 transactions. So I selected these 3 transactions. I clicked on export, and it will create a file. So this file will be based on the bank's criteria, which file that particular bank accepts. You need not to keep an eye on that. Okay, that is hard coded in Tally. Once you click on export, according to your bank, let's say I have selected SDFC. So according to the bank, whatever file is being supported by that bank, Tally knows it, and that file only be exported from here. Okay, so you can click on export. So to see that, I can simply go in program file Tally app. Okay, fine. So if I see, let me check that particular file, updated one. Okay, so this is 8th of May. So let me open this in Notepad to show you the details. So as you can see, each and every detail of those 3 payments are here. This N denotes the NEFT, account number, amount, party name. Okay, then different. This is the Tally's internal. This is for the Tally internal consumption. Okay, and his IFS code, bank name, everything is there. Okay, what you need to do, you need to simply open your bank portal, SDFC bank portal. You need to upload this file to the bulk payment portal. Once you upload this payment to the bulk payment portal, portal will accept it, and the portal will start processing your payments. If you have the checkers right, if you have the makers right, the one approval will be sent to the checkers, and once the checker approves, it will be automatically processed. Okay, now if I go in the report, bank activity, now you can see Earlier it was 6 or something. Now it is 3 and 8, because out of that 6, 3 got sent to bank. Okay, now 3 is left. So if I want to send these 3 as well, I can simply select and export the payment instruction file. Now you can see all these transactions, whatever transaction I exported, it has the status of exported. Okay, it has a reference number, internal reference number generated by Tally, basically. Okay, now the second step would be, once you upload the payment instruction file to your bank portal, and if it is processed, after that bank portal gives you an intermediate file. Okay, or we can say it is payment reverse file. Okay, so what you can do, you can take that payment reverse file, you can download that payment reverse file from portal, bank portal, and you can import that file in Tally again. What will happen if you do so? So let me show you that. So let me show you that we have this Savvy Enterprises, where I have, sent 3 transactions to bank. Okay, these 3 transactions has been sent to the bank, and it is in process. Okay, in process and exported. So I have one payment reverse file. One second. So I have this payment status report file, which is, which was generated by bank. So I downloaded this bulk payment reverse file. What I'll do, I'll simply come to this particular place, banking activity, particular bank account, and under this we have sent to bank in progress. I'll drill down from here. Once you drill down from here, you can go to import payment reverse file, and you can simply import that reverse file which you had downloaded from bank. So let me, so this is the e-payment status report, and that's it. If you see, count of updated transaction 3, process 3. So as you can see here, in progress, earlier we had 3 transactions. Now there is no transaction because all 3 transactions got processed. Okay, so you can see earlier it was in progress. Now it is showing as successful. So all these 3 transactions got successful. And if you see, it has the instrument number. And not only in this report, even if you drill down to the voucher level, and if you come to this bank detail, here also you have the instrument number in place. So if you initiate the bulk payment from Tally, the benefit is there is a complete accuracy. There would be no time to be spent on checking the account number or IFS code or other things, because you have already made you have already filled the details in transaction in the ledger. Okay, once you upload the bulk payment file, you get a reverse file. Once you import that reverse file, you get the particular instrument number which was generated by bank. The moment you import that reverse file, that instrument number get placed under the voucher. And the big benefit of this activity is, when you will reconcile your bank statement, all your online payment transaction will be reconciled with 0% error, because everything is in place. Date is there, instrument number is there, amount is there, and everything is matching. Then assume, if you do this practice for all your payments, all your vendor payments and all your other payments, what you are doing right now, if you do this, if you perform the same activity for all your payment, and if you have, let's say, 200 or 250 payments in a month, then all 200 or 250 payments will be reconciled with 0% error. Okay, so that's how Tally can help you in your day-to-day activity as far as your bulk payment or payment to vendors or the other party payments are considered. Okay, so that's how Tally helps you in reconciliation as well as the e-payments. Now we move to our fourth highlight, which is connected banking. Okay, so I don't know how many of you know that, but I assume that you might have received the update from Tally that Tally has tied up with two banks. When we launched the release 6.0, we tied up with two banks, Axis and Kotak, to give a seamless experience to our users, where user can simply get the balance update in Tally, and not only this, they can also download their bank transaction or bank statement in Tally without going to the bank portal. So these till now we have these two integration in place, but as we move forward, we are trying to give you the option where user can directly initiate the payment from Tally itself. Okay, and we will also expand the number of banks getting onboarded with Tally in upcoming future. So let's see how this integration works. Okay, so first for that I need to click on Exchange. Under Exchange we have an option called All Banking option. Under All Banking option we have option of Login Logout. Okay, so this first Login Logout option, once you click on this, it will ask you the mail ID. You can give any mail ID, but that mail ID should be a tally.net ID. Okay, so let's say if you are the owner of the license, then your ID would be considered as admin ID. So if you log in through that admin ID, you will have no restriction. Okay, you can do whatever you want to. But let's say if one of your junior who has the responsibility to do the bank reconciliation, or who has the responsibility to check the balances and make the payment to the vendors and check the balances and send the confirmation to you or the owner that yes, we have received the payment from that particular party. If you want to give them the access of this solution, then he will enter his email ID, and that once he enter his email ID in this particular screen, this activity will trigger an approval request to the admin. Okay, so let's say my name is Deepak. There is one person, Sandeep, to whom I want to give the access that he can, check the balances. He can download the bank statement from, within Tally. So the moment Sandeep will enter his email ID here, it will automatically trigger an approval to me that this person wants to access the connected banking feature in Tally. Until unless I approve, Sandeep will not be able to access any banking related information in Tally. Okay, so this is the sandbox environment, but I'm just telling you the actual flow, how actually the security is in place, how the process will be, process will take place when you actually start connecting your bank. So first, at first screen, we have put security, that who can access your information, that you can only decide. If you want the other person to access, first he should get approval from you. Until you approve, he'll not be able to access your information. Okay, so let's say I entered my email ID, let's say dt@gmail.com. Now I have to enter my tally.net password. Okay, so this is again the ID and password is through which you usually surrender or reactivate your license. It is the same ID and password. Okay, so currently I am doing it through the admin. Okay, if I am the person who is not the admin of this license, then definitely the moment I'll enter my email ID and I press enter, this password option will not come until admin approves that. Okay, so let me enter the password, and now here I have an option to put mobile number for the for OTP and other things. If you want to see the entire terms, condition and privacy policy, you can press yes and enter. It will take you to the web page where you can read our entire TNC and privacy policy. Currently, I am skipping it. There is a consent to which you have to agree. So I'll type it yes and enter. And now an OTP will be sent to the phone number. Okay, so I'm entering the OTP. That's it. So first step is login to the Tally banking, Tally connected banking. So that step is complete. So I logged into my connected banking feature because I was the admin. I was logging into the connected banking through my ID, my password. That's why it happened in a single shot. If it is being done by someone else, first the approval will come to the admin, and once the admin approves the request, then only this password and other thing will come. Okay, I have completed the first step. Second step is connect your bank. So we have two banks only as of now, Axis and Kotak. So you can click on bank connections. Now you can see we have two connections in place, Axis and Kotak Bank, but I'll show you how you can add your Axis or Kotak Bank if you have. So for that, you can click on new connection, Axis and Kotak, because these two banks are currently supported. So let's say I select on Axis Bank. This particular screen is very important. This will give you depth information about this connected banking option, like login using your retail or corporate credential and OTP. For a multi-user profile, select approver and proceed. Applicable to the new connection only. This is giving this particular pop-up is giving you the instruction how you can connect. Then accept the term and condition. Only current accounts are supported for personal and corporate internet banking user. So what kind of account is getting supported as of now? What is the actual process to connect your bank? These information will be on this pop-up. So this pop-up becomes very important if you want to have the knowledge of the process and the type of account is getting supported as of now. If you want more detail, you can simply click on this information button. It will take you to a separate web page where you can read the entire help article. It is again very elaborative with text and videos. You can get immense help from there. Now you click on connect. The moment you click on connect, it will take you to the web page where user who wants to connect this Axis Bank has to enter his corporate ID and login ID and proceed. Okay, so again, this is the second level of security. Only the tally.net password is not enough to access your connected banking detail. First, tally.net account and password should be there. Second, that particular person who wants to access the connected banking record should have the login. If you have the maker checker concept, then definitely both logins will work here. Either you can enter your maker login or checker login, whatever login you have, you can enter and proceed. So two-step verification, or third is the OTP again. Whoever have the access to the mobile number, only he can or she can enter the OTP. So three layer of protection we have added to the solution, so that only authorized person or genuine user can access the information, because we know the banking has very crucial information, so that should not go in wrong hands. So the moment you enter and complete all this process, you come back to Tally. And here you click on refresh status. If everything is working fine, then it will give you a pop-up stating that connection with the bank is successful. Bank name is Axis Bank, connection ID is this, press any key to continue. Okay, so you can see here Axis Bank and Kotak Bank, which was already there, but just I showed you the entire process, how you can connect your bank if you have. So once you are done with this process, it means the bank connection, you logged into the connected banking and you have already connected your bank. Now you need not to, this is a one-time process, first of all, okay? Once you are done, every time when you open Tally, you need to log in into your connected banking. That's it. You need not to make connection every time. Every time when you open, you need not to go to the new connection and give the bank credential, nothing. You can simply come to this exchange, connected banking, and log in, log out. If you already logged in, you press enter here, it will ask you to log out. okay, because I had just logged in into my connected banking session. So this session is active currently. It is asking me to log out. So login and log out can be done through same button. Now I have done login. I logged in into my connected banking. I connected my bank, one of my bank, Axis or Kotak, whatever is with us. Now I can go to this option which is called get balance. So this get balance and this get balance are same. Okay, get balance, and here you can see I have two accounts, Axis and Kotak. Along with that, it is showing me the ledger balance as per books, which is 4,44,000 for Axis and 15,34,000 for Kotak. So let's say I want to see the current balance, the live balance of my bank, Axis Bank. So what I'll do, I'll simply select this bank, or I can select both if you want. If both the banks should, have the live balance in one shot, you can select both and click on get balance. That's it. As I can see, this is the live balance and this is balance as per my book. So there's a huge difference. There's a 4,44,000 showing in my book, but in bank it is 9,98,000. So this difference might be because I could not record some payments, I could not record some receipts. Okay, so this can be the scenario. But to get the balance, live balance, you need not to go to the portal. Every time when you want to see the balance, you can simply click on exchange, get balance, and again click on get balance. It will tell you the latest balance, whatever you have. Okay, and it will update instantly. The moment payment hit your account, and very next moment, if you click on get balance, it will reflect. Okay, there would be no delay basically because we are having secure banking APIs in place. Okay, so that's why it is possible. The second option is get statement. So what happens, let's say there is some party who was supposed to make payment today. Okay, and you can see that in morning I checked my balance, it was 7 lakh rupees. Midday it is showing 9,70,000 rupees. So you got some amount, but you want to clarify that who made this payment. Okay, so that you can record it in your book and settle the ledger accordingly. Okay. So you can click on get statement. First of all, this get statement, we have one button called set statement period. Here you can set the statement period. Let's say I want to download it for entire April month or for today. Let's say I want to download it for today. I can place 8th of May or 8th of May. It will give me for a single day transaction. Or let's say I want to download for entire month, April to April, or 6 months, 5 months. So whatever your bank supports, let's say in Kotak, I did it for an year. Okay, so I downloaded the bank statement for entire year in one shot. Okay, and it was done very smoothly. So you can set your bank statement period here. Once you are done, you can simply select the bank, and after selecting your bank, you should click on get statement. The moment you click on get statement, because it is in a sandbox environment, you might see that currently I'm having ready to import. Here under the status we have ready to import. If you are not getting this ready to import keyword, you need to just wait for few seconds. Okay, only for few seconds. After that, once you come back to the same screen, let's say if currently it is showing as pending to import, let's say. Okay, so what you can do, you can keep working. You can go on with your other task. You need not to stick to the same screen. After a few seconds, you can again come back to this get statement, and you can see ready to import will be there, because basis the number of transaction, it takes time in preparing the bank statement. Okay, if your transactions are less, definitely it will be instant, like it happened just now. But in case of, let's say in my case, in a year I had around 1,000 transactions. So for me, it took 5 to 10 seconds. That's it, not more than that. So in 5 to 10 seconds for all my 365 days transaction, which was around 1,000, 1,100 or something. So that got, imported successfully. So once you see the ready to import option here, you need to click on get statement again, and it will start importing your transaction. So you can see the new entries imported successfully is 13. That is for Axis Bank. Click on bank reconciliation summary, and you can see all these 13 transactions are showing here, out of which 3 are of deposit and 10 are from withdrawal. And as we saw in the beginning of the session, you can simply select the transaction, or if you want, you can simply click on create voucher and you can start putting your ledger name and it will be automatically reconciled. Okay, so let's say, so let's assume if I want to reconcile this Pinky Jan ledger. Okay, so what I'll do, I can click on create voucher or whatever detail, because it is single, then definitely you have to give all the detail here. And if it is a multiple, you can give it in a one single shot. Okay, so these were the highlights from the reconciliation and connected banking and bulk payment side, all related to the banking domain. The last point which we have in 6.0 is what Komal has already stated, is related to the GSTR1. So last month we had a notification in place that the phase 3 of HSN implementation is getting rolled out, and in this phase 3, the users need to submit their HSN details with the split of B2B and B2C. Okay, the different split is to be given for HSN. Okay, in B2B and B2C bucket. So there are multiple ways to do it, out of which one is you can go to the portal, and in portal also you cannot type this time. You have to select the HSN from drop down, and then only you can fill the detail. So it is a bit tedious and time taking. Where Tally can help you is in 6.0, we have built in this solution. We have already built in this solution that you can with the one step, you can be ready for this upcoming change. So earlier it was supposed to be implemented for April month return, but now it got postponed for 1 month. So whosoever will be filing the return for their May month's GSTR1, they need to give the split of B2B and B2C HSN in their R1. So this is possible only if you are using release 6.0, because till now department has not come up with any kind of Excel format for this. So the only way, except Tally or except TallyPrime, the only way is to go to the portal and select the HSN from the drop down. Okay, if you want to do it from Tally, how you can do that, let me explain you. So for that you need to do a very small configuration. You need to press F11, and here under the set alter company GST detail, we have a button called more detail, and under more detail you can click on show more. Under show more, once you click on show more, you can see there is a button called separate B2B and B2C HSN summary applicable from. As of now, I have put it as 1st of April 26. But now what I'll do, I'll change it to 1st of May of 26, let's say. Okay. Or let's keep it as 1st of okay, 1st of May ही कर देते हैं. Let's do that only. I don't know do I have in data or not. Okay, fine. So let's open it for April month first. Oh, sorry. 1 second. And this is a very specific data for the banking. Let me open this. Okay, so I'm doing the same configuration here because the earlier data was not having any GST transaction. Okay, so let's say it is 1st of April. I'm changing it to 1st of May, let's say. Now I am opening this R1. So as you can see, this R1 is of April month. Okay, in April month, you can see the title of HSN summaries is normal, like you see in till now. Okay, HSN Summary 12, and if you drill down from here, you can see the entire list of HSN. There is no split as such, okay, for B2B and B2C. Because I do not have any transaction of May month, what I'll do, I'll change the date. Instead of May, I'll change it to April, just to show you how this will be, shown. So for data because I do not have any May month data, I am changing it back to April month. In your client's data or in your company data, you need to keep it as a 1st of May, because it is not applicable for April month. If you configure this as April, and if you try to generate the JSON, and if you directly file your return from Tally, it will generate an error. Okay, so in past a few days, we have received lots of escalation from the market that returns are not getting filed. So when we drill down to the issue, we found out that they still kept the date as an April. Okay, because April is not the date from where it should be getting is not getting applicable, because department has postponed it for 1 month. Okay, fine. So I saved it as April. Now if I go to the GSTR1, now you can see the title of that table got changed. Earlier it was showing HSN Summary 12, now it is showing HSN Summary 12 B2B and B2C supply. What you can do, you can simply drill down from here, and that's it. You can simply get the split of B2B and B2C supply. If you drill down from here, B2B bucket, you can see all are party transactions. Okay, Alankar Tile Center, which are basically registered party. And if you go through this B2C supply, you can see it is cash sale or party who are basically unregistered. Let's say this K Amutha, it is unregistered party. That's why it is coming under B2C supplies. So you need not to do anything. You need not to you need not to spend time on segregating it manually. You need to just have a single configuration in place, go to F11, give the date, and that's it. Okay. Now the question comes, how we can file the return GSTR1. So with this new update, if you keep this new update in place, you cannot file return directly from Tally if you are on release below 6.0. Because with release 5.0, you have the option to upload the return. But for that, what you can do, except HSN, you can upload everything, but HSN cannot be uploaded. For that, you need to either you need to select HSN manually on portal, or you need to come on the 6.0. If you are using 6.0, then you can simply generate JSON if you want, or you can directly upload your return from Tally itself. So in exchange option, we have the functionality to upload GST return using once you click on this upload GST return, it will tell you that for which one you want to upload. Let's say April, May, whatever you have. Let's say I want to upload it for April month, and from here either you can click on export offline and you can get the JSON created. Okay, so let's say if I click on JSON and I select file format as JSON, and I want to have this section voice export, then this JSON will also have separate detail. So let me open this HSN file. Okay, so if you pay attention here, HSN B2B, okay, and here if you see this is there would be there's one tag called HSN B2C. Okay, so under this you have HSN B2C, and here you have HSN B2B. So using release 6.0, even if you are generating JSON, Tally will help you in filing your return. Okay, otherwise in 6.0 or 5.0 onward, we have a capability in place, like you can directly upload your returns from Tally. You need not to export the return in JSON format or Excel format. Nothing is required. You can simply upload your GSTR1 from here, and you can file also. If you want to file your GSTR1, you have an option called File GSTR1. You can simply click on this. It will first reconcile your GSTR1, and then it will tell you whether everything is matching or not. If it is matching, you can process. You can file your return by using EVC or DSC, whatever is preferable mode for you. And you will, at the end, you will get your acknowledgement number. Okay. So that's all can be done. Once again, for HSN thing, if you are on release below 6.0, you can file your return except HSN. So once you are generating the JSON or you are filing your return, you can, remove HSN and you can upload your return. And for HSN, either you can do it manually on Excel, or you can go on portal and select the HSN from the drop down, which is again a tedious task and very error prone method. What I'll suggest, you should come on release 6.0, experience this connected banking, e-payment, everything. Along with that, you will have to do zero effort to create HSN summary and B2B and B2C split. You need not to spend times, and you need not to give any additional effort to do that. If you want, you can generate JSON. That will work. If you want, you can directly file your return from release 6.0, including HSN summary. Okay, so that's how you can use 6.0 with all your data for all your day-to-day activity, and I hope it will definitely help you in your regular working, and you will get the you will get the maximum benefit out of it. So that's it from my side, Komal.
We can do the Q&A. So there are a few questions, and anyone still have questions, you can put in the Q&A. So first one is by Vikram Sharma. What if same amount of transaction on multiple dates? I think when you were importing the bank statement and reconciling, that's the question.
Yes. Sir, if it is if all these three transaction on the different date with the same amount, if any of these are having the instrument number, Tally will reconcile with that. If not, then you have the as I showed you that we have a criteria of days. You can restrict the criteria of 0 days so that it gives you a suggestion from same day. If not, Tally will tell you all three bank transaction with the single bank book transaction. Now that is up to you. That is up to your discretion for which transaction you want to go with. So Tally can help you in 3 ways basically.
Next is can we import bank statement in Tally in PDF format?
No, sir. As of now, it is only in Excel format. Yes, we have started working on PDF as well because there is a huge demand in the customer base.
Okay.
Definitely, we can see in near future, we can see.
Yeah. I have imported Excel file of Canara Bank, but error showing not a valid format.
Okay, so that we need to see, sir. Matlab, if it was the original Excel file, then I need to see if it was converted from PDF to Excel. Like we have multiple tools, online tools available where you can put your PDF and get the Excel generated. If it is not done through that method, definitely the conversion tool will have some problem. But if you have downloaded the raw file from bank portal, then definitely we can have a conversation one-to-one to get it solved.
Yeah, and also you can write to support team and request a call back, so that way they'll share the screen and see what the error is. Sometimes a small cleaning of data is also important. Yeah. Please tell us, is all banks supported or only HDFC?
For which feature you're asking?
The first one which you were showing only on the HDFC bank, right? So only
First
the
one was
connected
the
banking is for
portal.
2 banks. The rest is for all 140, no?
Yes,
All the
this
features like
actually this bank statement import e-payments, it means what we call it bulk payment. It is available for for multiple banks. Let's say bank statement is supported for 140 plus bank. This e-payment is supported for more than 16 banks. So the list is all available on our help portal. You can go and check that. But connected banking, currently it is available with only two banks, Kotak and Axis.
Okay. Kindly show the process again for B2B, B2C. I think you had repeated once more. I think we did repeat that also, or can we just show it again?
No problem. Yeah, I
And
can show you. No
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
So
And
from
I'll just read out the other questions also so that you'll
okay.
know. So by when can we see ICICI connected with Tally? So Deepak, you wanna answer this?
Yeah, so let me complete this first. So I'm just explaining this. I'm just explaining the B2B and B2C splitting. So for that, what you need to do, you need to press F11. Under F11, go to the CELT and alter company GST rate. Press drill down from here. Go to the more detail. Show more, and here you can give the date basically. So I had put this as a 1st April because I have no data to show for May month, but in your company you have to put it as 1st of May, 1st May 25. The moment you put it as a 1st of May 25 and you open your GSTR1, you can simply see that let me open the R1 for April month, because in my data is April. So April month, it is showing B2B and B2C supply. The benefit of this setting is if you in future, if you go and see or access any backdated returns, let's say I open the return for December month, I open the return for November month or October month, it will show me in the older format. It will not have that B2B and B2C split. So that is the benefit of having the effective date in place. Yes. So, sir, as I told you that we are trying to expand our horizon. We want to connect with the maximum bank we can. Okay. So currently it is only two banks, but yes, we are working very closely with multiple banks like SBI, as you said, ICICI. We are working with this. Let's see. Let's wait and see how many banks we can onboard in the near future.
Yeah. Next is okay, ICICI is already covered. How can we upload HSN summary of quarterly return?
Same way, sir. Same way. You need to just select the either you can set the return frequency. Under F11 we have an option called return frequency. If the return frequency is quarterly, Tally will automatically generate the quarterly return. Okay. I've converted PDF to Excel, then showing error format. Okay. So Ankit sir is saying that he has converted his PDF to Excel using some kind of tool. Okay. So, sir, this might be the restriction from the conversion tool itself. Okay. He might not have converted the PDF exactly to the, with the same information to the, Excel.
Yeah,
That's why this
it's a
problem.
different format for the PDF and the Excel.
Correct. I would request you just go to the bank portal and download it from there instead of, using any third-party tool to convert it.
Yeah. So 2-3 requests on the Excel import bit. So I've just sent you the link of two YouTube link, which we had covered earlier in our different session. That is importing about the Excel template mapping. And there's a link for the list of banks that are supported. One second, I'll just share that link as well. Deepak, that's a help link, right? Help.tally list of banks supported for e-payments.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct. It is there.
I just got, yeah. I'll just send that link in the chat as well. Okay, yeah. So Rahul Mewari is raising hand. Can I allow him to talk and ask the question directly? Rahulji, you can ask your question. I've allowed you to unmute yourself. Rahulji, Rahul Gaikwad. Sir, you can also unmute yourself and answer the query. Sorry, ask your query. Yeah. Rahulji, you can ask your question.
There's some audio turbulence from this side.
Yeah, he just unmuted himself, but he has not answered. Mr. Rahul Gaikwad, do you want to ask a question? Okay, I think they're not asking. So I think we can conclude. We have answered all the queries in the open, and I'm sure the YouTube link for the Excel import must come useful, and the list of banks which are currently supported in TallyPrime 6.0 for e-payments, bank reconciliation, and importing. Okay, thanks a lot, Deepak. It was a very good session, and some people are requesting for the recording. So what we'll do is we'll try if we can email to the list of people attending, or if not, we'll make sure that the recording gets edited and gets uploaded to Tally Solutions YouTube channel. Okay, Deepak, do you want to see in the chat there is a question by Mr. Dasan?
Okay. Now GST portal, we have to enter invoice number and payment voucher. I'm not aware about this new functionality if they have introduced on portal. So I have to just go through this GST portal feature, which you are saying that we have to enter invoice number as well as the payment voucher. So we can either connect one by one or give us some time to get back to you on this.
Okay, Mr. Vaman Pujari says very informative, nice. Thank you. If possible, kindly email the recording. Yes, we'll see that the recording is sent to the attendees if the count is similar, or if not, please. There's a YouTube channel of Tally Solutions. You just have to write Tally Solutions YouTube channel. You will be able to relocate it. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I've taken the request for the recording, Mr. Sunil. Will make sure that it reaches you. Okay, so I think there are no further questions in the Q&A. Thank you. I'm still not getting the option to set B2B, B2C configuration. Miss Meenal, are you using the latest TallyPrime 6.0? She is saying yes.
Okay, so
Okay,
press F11, and go to the second option, set and alter GST detail. And once you are through that screen, click on more detail. Okay, once you click on more detail, click on show more. Then only you will be able to see the separate B2B and B2C option. I hope, okay, got it. Minal got it. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Thank you.
perfect. One last thing, Mr. Nilesh, you have a query? Mr. Nilesh, you've raised your hand. Do you want to ask your question? Okay, I think that's by mistake. So we've answered all the questions. Okay.
There is one
Yeah.
question: when we import bank statement and there are other details in the Excel file statement to like total number of debit, credit, account number, etc., it shows error and doesn't import. So we have an option once you create the mapping of Excel import. There is an option called where you want to start the import to happen. Okay, so let's say if your detail starts from 8th row, you can define 8th row as a header. Okay, then only it will start importing. Tally will recognize that your data starts from 8th row, not the first row, because first row is about your name, account number, IFS, and other things. Okay, so similarly, you can decide the first and last row between which you want to import the data. Let's say your bank statement starts from 8th row. You can select 8th as a starting row and 265 as a last row. If you are doing it through Excel import, and if you are doing it through the basic bank import, which we saw today, if there you have a problem, then definitely we need to connect it one to one.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, Deepak. I think, yeah, the query is also resolved. Okay, great. So we'll make sure that the recording reaches you either on email or it will be uploaded in our YouTube channel. And make sure that you please migrate to 6.2 and use the latest features. That will come in handy for the GSTR as well as for your advanced banking. Okay, now I'll conclude the sessions.